Hello and welcome to episode 113 of Raw and Score, the podcast that could make a 13-hour road trip feel like it's only 12 and a half hours long. I am the Quizzard and I want you to send me your favourite trivia question, please. Have you got a question you always bust out when you've run out of things to talk about? Send it my way and I'll almost definitely use it. Maybe you come from Vietnam and you know this specific Vietnam thing that you need to come from Vietnam to know. Send it my way. Maybe you work in aviation and you know this really specific part of an aeroplane that would make a good hard question. Send it through. This is only 10% out of laziness on my part. I just think it would be fun to have some of your ideas in the show. Raw and Score's Facebook or Instagram is a good place to send them. We are scoring out of 35 total points with 20 single-point questions in the question round, a stupidly hard question worth 5 points, a bonus round worth 5 points, and a game that we play throughout the question round which is worth 5 points as well. This week, the game throughout is Song Sleuth. In this game, I'm going to give you the name of a band or artist, and your job is to listen out for me saying the title of one of their songs in the question round. I might say it just talking, I might say it as part of a question, it might be part of an answer. You've got to just point out when that is. So for example, if the artist was Britney Spears and I said, when did this person's mother have a Baby One More Time? Baby One More Time is a Britney Spears song, and that would be the answer. If you can find it, you get 5 points. This week, the artist you're listening out for is Eminem, the rapper. So, remember to listen out for the name of an Eminem song in the question round, which is starting now. Question 1. On which continent would you find Mount Everest? Asia. Question 2. Freak on a Leash, You'll Want a Single, and Falling Away From Me are all songs by which band? They are all by Korn. I saw them a few months ago and Jonathan Davis 100% still has it. Also, they played like 99% old stuff. Don't need to hear that weird dubstep album they did live, or ever again. Question 3. In the original Trivial Pursuit game, what category is the colour green? Science and nature. If you said something sciencey, give yourself the point. Question 4. In the movie Kung Fu Panda, who plays Po, the main character? Jack Black. At some point in Jack Black's career, he decided to stop pandering to stoners and start pandering to children. I guess they're probably extremely similar. Question 5. On which continent would you find the country Comoros? Comoros. I've probably said it wrong. Comoros. That is in Africa. Question 6. Astrophobia is the fear of what type of weather? Astrophobia. It is the fear of stormy weather or thunder and lightning. My dog suffers from this phobia. Question 7. What type of crab are known for moving in and out of different shells as they grow up? Hermit crabs. Remember that trend where like every second kid had a pet hermit crab? Weird times. Question 8. Which pop singer had albums Man's Best Friend, Short and Sweet, and Eyes Wide Open? Sabrina Carpenter. My wife bloody loves Sabrina Carpenter, so I hear all of these albums a bit too frequently for my liking. Question 9. Which 2 teams played in the 2025 Super Bowl? The Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. Question 10. What would you call the boundary between 2 tectonic plates? A fault line, but I'll also accept a plate boundary or plate margin. Question 11. How many meatballs go on a standard foot-long meatball sub from Subway? Eight meatballs. Question 12. What is the national animal of New Zealand? I feel really dumb for getting this one wrong. It is the kiwi. Question 13. What are the names of Steve Irwin's two children? Robert and Bindi Irwin. Is there anyone in the world who didn't like Steve Irwin? I actually think there might not be. I reckon even Osama bin Laden likes Steve. Question 14. The mockingjay bird from the Hunger Games series is a cross between a mockingbird and which fictional breed of bird? A jabberjay. But did you realise that I said mockingbird? Mockingbird is an Eminem song, one of my absolute favourites of his, and his fourth best-selling song ever. Give yourself 5 points if you picked up on that. Question 15. Finish the lyric. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself. What's next? Of course, that one is What a Wonderful World. Don't worry, guys, it's just me, not the real Louis Armstrong. Question 16, worth roughly $13 billion as of 2026. What NFL team is the most valuable sports team in the world? The Dallas Cowboys, and they still pay their cheerleaders minimum wage. That's so bad, right? I'm actually not even joking, it's awful. Question 17, what is the modern name for Van Diemen's Land? Tasmania. Van Diemen's Land is 100 times a cooler name though. Question 18, which country's flag has a red maple leaf in the centre? Canada. Question 19, how many curved stripes appear on the Spotify logo? Three. And question 20, what is the largest lizard that's currently living? The Komodo dragon. All right, that's it for the questions. Honestly, reading them out, some of them felt very familiar. Sometimes I just get a vibe that it's a repeat question and I'll go back and check and it's not. I got that vibe on like 5 questions this episode. So I'm so sorry if all of them were just ones that we've had before. Usually I go back and check and they're not. It's just because I'm remembering writing the question the other day. Did you pick up on the Mockingbird Eminem connection? It was probably one of the hardest ones we've done. And it's a good song, so I'm doubly impressed if you picked up on that and got it right. Give yourself the 5 points. Coming up in a moment, we have the stupidly hard trivia question and the bonus round of the episode. This week, it's everyone's favourite, speed maths. See you in a moment for that. We're back, and it's time for the question that came from the place Satan's going to go when he dies. Double hell. The really hard trivia question. Got a really hard question for you. You get 5 points if you can get this one right. And we haven't done one of these ones in a while, so here it is. What is the first spoken line of the critically acclaimed film Pulp Fiction? What is the first spoken line of Pulp Fiction? Is it the Royale with cheese line? No, it's not. Such a good movie, though. Did you see that guy in America who was reading a Bible line and it was a fake Bible line from Pulp Fiction? How funny. Lock in an answer. The answer is forget it. It's too risky, and it's spoken by Pumpkin. Just to be clear, you didn't need to say who it was spoken by, just the line. So if you got that right, give yourself 5 points and probably stop watching Pulp Fiction so often. And that means it's time for the bonus round of the episode. This week it is speed maths. In this game, I'm going to give you 10 maths questions with not very much time to say it. They're going to get harder and harder as they go, and all you need to do is answer them for half a point each. It's a good idea to just score out of 10 and half it at the end. I always say this because sometimes I play it with other people and they don't give an answer, and they might have gotten it right. If you don't know, just blurt out a number. You might be right. Have a guess. Speed maths, starting now. 1 times 25. 25, 9 plus 5. 14, 3 times 9. 27, 21 minus 22. Negative 1, 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7. 22, question 6, 60 divided by 12. 5, question 7, 99 divided by 3. 33, question 8, 150 times 5. 750, question 9, 4 cubed. 64, and question 10, 75 times 32. Blurt something out, go. 2,400. How'd you go? I know I say this about so many games, but it's actually true for speed maths. It is my favourite one. Even when I'm reading them out, I like to answer them in my head and see if I can get it. I know the answer is written out in front of me, but I still do it. If anyone wants to come down and give me a times table race, I'm 100% up for it. We'll put money on it, we'll drink beers, it'll be fun. Times table weekend. Anyway, add what you got in that round. Remember to halve it because they were half a point each. Add it to your total, and that's what you got this round. Don't forget, I want a question from you. More than one if you've got them. Think about it this way, it'll be at least one question you'll get right on an episode. And while you're at it, send me a message with your name and score for a shout out at the end of a show. This week, I've heard from Rick and Nadia, who scored a 16.5, a 19, and a 24. Christy, Laura, and Josh scored a 21. The graphics department scored a 22, and the Fanny Schmellers, my favourite named team, are back with a 23. Thanks so much for listening. I'll see you next week with another episode of Raw and Score. Bye-bye.